What's up guys, FKA Closer, and in today's video I want to talk to you about the 5 ways to increase your earning potential as a high ticket sales rep. Now, this is a video to kind of highlight the progression that can take place while you are in that role as a sales rep, particularly in the high ticket coaching and consulting space. That's the only context I really speak to because it's the only context that I know. But these are the 5 ways where you can just go beyond the standard closing at a percentage of commission, right? Now, that is the first step. So number 1, when you get into this industry, typically, depending on the offer and, the audience and the price point and obviously the business owner, you are going to be on a percentage, right? And so a lot of the times, when I started back in 2018, it was like a 10% commission rate. That was kind of the standard. So for example, if you closed $100,000 in sales, cash collected in a single month, that would mean that you would receive 10% or 10 grand as your payment for the services rendered. And that's kind of standard. I've seen particular offers go all the way up to 15%. In some cases, 20%. They're very rare, and a lot of the times, the high percentage commission payouts, it's not sustainable, and so that may be something that's interesting to you if it's a bit of a smash and grab operation, but it's not. Those type of offers are not going to sustain you year over year over year. So the standard in terms of commission and percentage, you're getting maybe 8% upwards to like 10%. Maybe 12, but that's kind of where everyone starts. And so if you close a lot of deals, let's say you close 350K in a particular month, cash collected, you're doing quite well, you'll be taking home around 30 to 35K, depending on your percentage. Now, that is where everyone begins. As you progress, we can look at negotiating with the business owner to increase the percentage based on performance, of course. So, for example, it may be a flat 10% rate, but if you hit, say, an agreed upon milestone, let's say 150K per month, anything above 150K that you bring in a single 30-day period, perhaps rather than getting paid out the 10% as per usual, everything can then go to a 12% payout. Right, so it's like you go past that milestone or that threshold, and your percentage of commission increases by 2%. I've seen that many, many times. I've done that many, many times as well. So that's your commission percentage increase based on some milestones, which brings me to the third point, commission plus bonus. So for example, I was once working with a business owner. Whenever I would go over 150K per month, we would have an increase in percentage. So instead of 10%, it would go to 12%. But as soon as I hit over 200K in a single month, it would be everything was at 12%, plus I would get a 5K bonus because I made it to or above the 200K in a single month. Again, that's what you can negotiate once you have leverage. How do you get leverage? All of this is based on, keyword, performance. You need to be able to perform. You need to be good at what you do. So don't just think that if you've only been closing for like 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, that you can just come in and big boy this and start making demands to the business owners. I mean, you can if you're good, right? But if you're brand new, you're just getting your feet wet, it's going to take a while to progress into these sort of deeper levels. But again, that is where you can, over time, once you've proven yourself and you're an earner, you're a performer, you're profitable, and you're essentially like an ATM machine, right, for the business owner, then of course you can start negotiating. So number 3 is a really good one. At that point, you've got your base percentage of commission. You've probably got some milestones where your commission rate, the percentage increases, and then you've got milestones where you'll trigger a bonus. Say, for example, in my case, every time I hit 200K plus, it was 12% plus a 5K payout. That can be negotiated as well. It doesn't have to be 5K, it can be a lot more. Number 4, you can negotiate a base. And that should be basically taken from your averages. So again, this assumes that you've been working with the business for a decent amount of time, and they can look at kind of, okay, on both a good month and a bad month, if we average everything out over like a 12-month period, this is kind of what you bring in month to month, without question, without a doubt. And so you can ask for that as part of a base, say for example 5K per month or a 10K per month base. Now, when you do that, you may have to renegotiate on your percentages, right? You may not get any kind of commission, any extra sales payouts until you go above your base, right? Because again, the business owner can't just throw money at you. They're spending money on product development. They're spending money on advertising and marketing, lead gen. They're spending money on operations, fulfillment, their internal team, legal, etc. Right? And so, like, don't think that you are the center of the universe just because you're closing big money deals. Even though at times it's very easy as a closer to feel like you are the center of the universe. Because you are the guy that's bringing in, or the girl that's bringing in all the money for the business, essentially. But anyway, so a base is good. It gives you a bit of consistency month to month, but you still need to perform because it's a gift and a curse. You have that consistency. However, you need to make sure that you go above and beyond your base to then tap into your regular commission percentages, hit your milestones to trigger your bonus, right? But then what you can also do, and this is in some instances, this is not for every offer, but if you are skilled in coaching around that area of expertise that the business owner is helping people in, whether it be something like marketing or sales, which is a natural one, or trading, for example, if you're on a trading offer and you yourself are quite good at trading and you've proven that to the business owner as well, maybe you ask them, hey, if I do a little bit of coaching, take some of that operational fulfillment off your plate, am I able to tap into some extra funds? Can you pay me X amount per month and I can take on a few clients one-on-one, give them high-touch experience, help them get better results. You get better testimonials, better case studies as a business owner, and I get maybe a couple of extra thousand here and there for my time. Now, that opportunity doesn't always present itself, but it's definitely something that I've done in the past around, for example, when a previous business owner and I were doing a lot of coaching on organic marketing. I was doing a lot of that for my own individual business at the time, not just in sales. And so I was able to take on his clients and work with them around building out their offers, optimizing their pricing, obviously helping them with their sales process, and sort of working through maybe some of their limiting beliefs as well, because I had been going through that, for many, many years beforehand as well. So I had the expertise, the pre-existing kind of awareness and knowledge, and so I could bring value to those clients and to the business owner as well. And so if that opportunity does present itself, it's worth having the discussion with the business owner and to see if they're open to it. It's not going to add a lot of money to your bottom line every month, maybe an extra sort of $3,000-4,000. But as you can see, when you go into these sort of deeper levels of engagement and you've proven your worth to your business owner, then your earning potential becomes kind of uncapped, and the ways in which you can earn more as a sales rep become quite dynamic. And then the last one, you're basically stacking it. And then perhaps if the business owner, wants to continue to grow the sales team, for example, maybe you've been their sort of central closer. If you're the high performer, and you're only going to be a high performer if we're looking at these kind of deeper levels of earning potential here, and they want to bring on other sales reps, that's when you can negotiate with them and say, hey, look, I know this business inside and out. I know the offer inside and out, the script, I know the type of market we're talking to, the objections that come up, what people think, feel, believe, etc. I'm more than happy to take the management off your plate, right? So that way you can continue to focus on the marketing and the fulfillment. And I'll oversee the sales reps. I'll listen to their call recordings. I'll get them up to speed. I'll have the daily huddles and the weekly meetings with them and really track their numbers. But I would also like to make sure that I get a slice of the pie, a small percentage of what they're producing in terms of like a revenue share agreement. And so then that leads you into, you've gone beyond just a sales rep, right? You've gone beyond just coaching as well to now more sort of sales management. And that's where a lot of the big untapped money comes in, because now you're earning a percentage, and it's not going to be a huge percentage, but you're earning a monthly percentage of what the new sales reps are bringing in, plus what you're producing. And again, it's not a lot of your time. So these are the 5 levels, 5 ways that you can increase your earning potential as a high ticket closer, as a high ticket sales rep. And again, the biggest thing underpinning all of this is performance. If you're not good at what you do, if you cannot perform, if you cannot produce, all of this is a moot point. So number 1, get really, really good, get really dangerous at selling, and then you can write your own ticket. Everyone starts at number 1, but your ability to continue down that path and go to step 2, 3, 4, and beyond will always, always depend on how well you perform. So continue to get better, always level up your skills, and if I can help with that, let me know. But either way, drop a comment. Hopefully you found this video valuable. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, happy selling.